See what Chamath Palihapitiya is saying about Bitcoin in its upcoming run. Check out this clip.
This is the most important year for Bitcoin that has ever existed. We are probably days away from a series of ETFs being approved. And so this is the moment for Bitcoin to use that old term, cross the chasm and really see mainstream adoption where our parents and our grandparents understand what it is, can buy it, and then do buy it. And I think that if all of this comes to pass, Bitcoin will be a part of the traditional financial lexicon by the end of 2024.
And with that, you hear Chamath Palihapitiya telling you what's about to happen. This is the hugest year for Bitcoin. We're going to be looking more into the ETF and also looking at what an expert's talking about after the ETF within the next 5 years, what his prediction is. You don't want to miss this video. Getting straight into it, taking a look at the Bitcoin price chart. Bitcoin at the current time this recording is coming in at 44,362, a little over 44,000. Bitcoin, same song, same dance. We're still putting in higher highs and higher lows. It's on the weekly chart. This looks like it's a symmetrical triangle that we could be getting ready to break out. If not this week, next week. We're definitely in the apex range here. And how high could we go? Could we go up to that 2.618, the $47,000, the $48,000 threshold is a threshold to take a look at. But could we blast up that and go up to the 3.618? This is just the fib extension based on the prior swing low and swing high levels. Could we be seeing some of these higher level fibs be getting took out if we get that Bitcoin spot ETF coming sooner rather than later? There's a lot of bullishness in the space. You see that the Bitcoin ETF could be coming. Taking a look at the overall crypto market capitalization, we see the market cap is coming in at $1.66 trillion. Bitcoin dominance is at 52.3%. Ethereum dominance is at 16.2%. Big news. BlackRock positions for $2 billion for imminent U.S. Bitcoin ETF approval. So BlackRock gears up with $2 billion for the expected launch of the United States' first spot Bitcoin ETF, with the SEC decision due by January 10th. So this is a few days away. 3 days from when you're watching this, Wednesday of this week, we're seeing if this is going to get passed. Now, looking back at the Bitcoin price chart, if this gets denied, we could have a rollover. But there's experts that are saying they're 95% sure that this could get approved. This is when we'll see that upside swing. Nobody knows how high it'll go, but it's definitely going to be extremely bullish. Why do we think so? Look at this chart. This is the Google interest over time. You can just look at this and see the Google trend, and the trend's your friend to the end. And this interest is up over 100 when it comes to the BTC ETF search on Google. It's breaking records that it's never done before. Are we about to see this rocket ship take off? The buzz is at its peak and there's anticipation for a resolution soon. BlackRock believes that the Bitcoin ETF will once again be approved by January 10th. 3 days from now, guys. So are you prepared and positioned for what could be the biggest trade of the century and of your lifetime? We can go based off of history. We know what gold did once the gold spot ETF was passed over 20 years ago. We know what other ETFs, we can sort of speculate to see, but Bitcoin has a set supply of 21 million. No one knows how much gold there really is out in the universe, because miners can continue to mine gold and push more gold onto the supply to, sort of suppress the price, if that makes sense. Bitcoin's only 21 million. Remember that. An update from TA Trader Allen. The price momentum oscillator, PMO, shows the third historic bullish signal. This is on the monthly chart. You have to be looking on the higher time frames. Every time you've seen this green swing, what did the price action do? Blast off to the upside. What did the price action do? Blast off to the upside. The first 6 months of 2024 could see a new all-time high and send Bitcoin going to the moon. This could get extremely, extremely crazy sooner rather than later. Where this price target could go up to $100,000 to $300,000 Bitcoin price targets. There's all different price predictions in 6 figures. There's a few out there that are saying Bitcoin is going to stall out before it hits 100K. But the thing is that the Bitcoin bros believe the stall out happened last cycle when Bitcoin went to 69,000 by, the market being suppressed. There, Elon Musk was highly manipulating certain markets by certain tweets he put out. And right now, when the big boys come in play, that market manipulation will cease because there's more big money coming. It's going to be harder to move the markets. But when all the money pours into the system, it's definitely going to push the price action to the upside. Crypto guru Lawrence Leopard, and he's giving you his 5-year prediction on where Bitcoin's going. You don't want to miss this. Make sure you watch this to the end. Let's hear from Larry.
There's no doubt in my mind that fiat is failing. Now, the trickier question, in my opinion, is that a 2 years from now event or a 15 years from now event? I mean, I doubt it's 15. I just can't see, the math, as Greg points out. So we'll go there for our mutual friend, Greg Foss. The math is just, it's unrelenting, compelling, compounding, etc. So, I think it's much shorter than 15. I think it's probably much shorter than 10. I'd probably put the boundary conditions as between 2 and 8 with years. I'm talking about now. With 5 as kind of my most likely, this thing will really have cracked up within 5 years. Between 2025 and 2030, it's going to be all over for fiat. Fiat's going to fail.
Yeah.
But think about it. Think about how when it's and Preston does a great job with this. It's kind of engineering and critical state stuff, right? I mean, one day the Soviet Union was, right?
And then it was not.
And then it was not. I mean, it just, ice, below 32 degrees, ice is ice. At 34 degrees, enough time, ice is water. You know what I mean? And so there's gonna come a tipping point here where, and this is, we've all, you guys know this, this is Gresham's law, right? When people, and I've studied a lot of hyperinflations and read all the books and so forth on this topic. The issue, what creates a hyperinflation is when people realize that the policy of the government and the situation mathematically that we're in will never allow them to reverse inflation and money printing. And in fact, it will naturally have to accelerate. And then what happens, just the way we're all hardwired, if we're out running around on the savannah and a lion shows up and it looks like it's going to come eat us, we run like hell to avoid getting eaten. Well, if you've got fiat money savings, and fiat money assets, financial assets, bonds and stocks particularly, you realize, holy shit, this is, I got to get out of this damn stuff, and I got to get out of it now. And so, and then everyone sees the signals and the pricing is the clue, right? Imagine we all woke up one morning and gold was now $10,000 an ounce and Bitcoin was at $200,000 a coin, right? Imagine that happened pretty quickly. Don't you think the panic would be, some people say, well, it's too high, it's going to come back down. Others might say, no, that 200 grand is cheap. That thing's going to 2 million. Give me some of that. And then, you see what I'm saying? And by the way, bonds will be cratering, interest rates will be going up, stocks will be cratering, and you get a mass event of Gresham's law. Get me out of this burning theater that's called fiat.
There you have it from Lawrence Leopard. He's sitting there telling you, get out of fiat before it's too late. He has a 5-year timeline where he's seeing hyperinflationary events and also Bitcoin at $2 million. What do you think? Do you agree with Larry? Do you think he has a point? Bitcoin fixes this. Bitcoin is that one saving grace outside the Most High. Bitcoin's that one saving grace that you can conserve your hard-earned money. With that, I'm Sean with the Bitcoin Bros. You guys like this content, go ahead and smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and show us some love. We appreciate the support. With that, that's all I have for you today, and I'm out.